This photo is called 30 minutes because that's about as much time as I had to take the photo. But it's not so much about the picture as it is about the experience. I took this with my niece when we had family visiting, and for a while over the course of the weekend, my niece was really into showing me photos that she'd taken with her phone, and she really wanted me to share in that experience with her of photography, specifically what she's been doing on her phone. And I really enjoyed it. It was a really fun time that we could share over the course of the weekend, talking about photos and photography. And at one point near the end of the weekend, this is on, I think, a Sunday night before they left the next morning, she said, she picked up one of my cameras and she said, "Can I try this?" And I said, "Sure." She had my Nikon D750, and I put the 50mm lens on it, and I let her try it. And it was really interesting to see her respond to that camera versus her phone. As we went out, so she had that camera, and then I grabbed my D750 with the 85mm lens, so roughly equivalent, not really, but similar. And we went out and we found these flowers, these tulips in a field just a couple blocks from my house. And it was really interesting to see her explore color and lighting and how to create a photo not by what the camera thinks it should look like or what a filter does, but what she can do to control the settings, control the aperture, and control where she's positioning herself. So it was really cool to see that. And I don't think it changed her life or anything like that. It was just a fun little half hour that we got to share together, where she's learning that these things that she could do on her phone by applying filters and such, she could do for real using physics and light and making the camera do what she wanted it to do. What I think is kind of interesting about this photo is the background. That blue patch is actually our car. That's our blue 2007 Toyota Matrix. And you see these balls, these bokeh balls of white and yellow. That's actually the sunlight reflecting off the headlight and the wheel. So it's kind of neat how you can take something ordinary like that and control the settings on your camera to make it be something else entirely. So as my niece was shooting the photos of these tulips, with my camera, with my D750, I was shooting similar photos as well. And I shot this with my 85 lens, I think 1.8, maybe slightly smaller, like maybe 2 or 2.4. And I really liked the results. I don't know. It was just this photo reminds me of a fun time that I got to spend with my niece. And I think it's an okay photo, but it's more about the experience than the image itself.